Okay. Looks like that went live pretty much immediately. Sweet. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing some Riders Republic. But that might not be the most significant thing about today's stream. The thing about today's stream is it's going to be on YouTube here. So I want to give YouTube another shot. Try out a few different streams. I wasn't originally going to stream Riders Republic, but then I got an email yesterday saying, hey, you'll be able to play Riders Republic tomorrow, and it'll be like the one time you get the chance to play it before the game launches in later this month. So I figured we'll try some streams here on YouTube, see how it goes. Hey Vulcan, how's it going? Welcome. But yeah, I am still, it's been a while since I've streamed on here, so there might be, if I do something wrong or something that's not set up correctly, let me know and I will do what I can. Yeah, I'm trying to bring up the stream on my tablet so that I can make sure everything's hunky-dory. Yeah, but yeah, how you been, man? It's been a while. Oh my goodness, I forgot they have the data saver and they don't tell you the specific resolutions. But yeah, I've got some music going on in the background that I believe is fine for YouTube. Fingers are sort of crossed on that front. It was very last minute because not all the stuff that works on Twitch works on YouTube. YouTube's or Twitch has a thing called Twitch or Soundtrack by Twitch, which is copyright free music that's safe for Twitch, but there's stuff on there that's not good for YouTube, so I have to find another source of music. So hopefully this is gonna work and I won't get in any trouble for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and start up Riders Republic here. I've been really excited for this game. I'm going to be streaming it quite a bit once it's officially released. So I'm I'm hyped for it. I was pleasantly surprised to be able to play it today. As you can see, this screen is a bit scuffed here. It still says latest follower, latest bit donor and stuff. And the game still starts off loud. Don't worry, it'll finish. It'll fix itself. Alright, well, there we go. I don't know why it takes so long after it launches to actually work, but yeah, I do have some stuff in there. Oh shoot, I do have some text up there to show you like what's it actually is meant to be for, but it's not perfect. So did I miss? I think I missed the mass race by like 0 minutes, which is a shame. Oh well. Yeah. But yeah, we're just going to be sort of playing Riders Republic as it's we can't really play it for very long. It's only 24 hours that Ubisoft is doing this, so I want to get as much play time out of this as I can, I suppose. Let's just hop right into this race here. I have no idea if there's any new contents versus the beta that we also played and streamed over on Twitch. I still have the footage from that though, by the way, so if anyone wants to see that stuff on YouTube, let me know. I can upload that before the game comes out. Yeah, need to get used to the controls again because it's been so long. Yeah, I'm going to do what that guy did, except I'm going to actually do it. But yeah, let me know if there's anything I need to adjust or change, and I will do that. I'll just do standard race and stuff. Oh yeah, the sprint button's the bumper. Ow. Yeah. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know. But yeah, we're trying out YouTube today because for those of you who aren't tuned into Twitch that often, the situation with ads on Twitch is pretty darn bad. Basically, you either have to run pre-roll ads, so you're forced to run ads before anyone can view your stream, or you run scheduled ads every 30 minutes, so that interrupts your content. So YouTube has the option to just do none of that. Ow. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to try out YouTube again. So we'll see how this stuff goes. Oh geez, that's a bit off course. It's fine. But yeah, there's that, and a few other reasons why I'm curious to try out YouTube again. I love the trailer feature that they have for live streams now here on YouTube. You can make it so that you can set a video as a trailer for your stream, and even if you don't have a specific trailer, you can still have a video that serves as the trailer. So like for this video, or for this stream, I made the quote-unquote trailer one of the stream highlights from when I played the beta of Riders Republic. So it's pretty cool. And oh geez, that's worse. So there's that, and there's some integration with Stadia games that I would certainly be interested in trying, if I get the opportunity to. We'll see. But yeah, it's interesting because I used to stream on YouTube all the time, and now I'm just giving it another shot. See how it compares still. Let's just hop into another race. I don't know. I think I'm gonna love exploring this world on my own time when the actual game comes out. Yeah, and versus mode is gonna be cool too. And you know what? I will be happy to get this on Stadia, because when I launched this game up, I had to deal with, you know, BattleEye and all that junk. Having to deal with that just running in the background. With Stadia, nope, none of that. Yeah. Oh well. I accidentally put my thing away. I wanna. Yeah, there we go. I wanted to go first person. The first person in this game is so good too. It's so smooth compared to so many games, even racing games that take place mostly on pavement. You know, a lot of times the camera will shake so much when you're just going around a corner that it's hard to see what you're doing sometimes. Even in just like regular old racing games. But in this game, if you don't do a trick accidentally, like I just did, it's super smooth. And it's actually like the opposite of what you would expect from an off-road extreme sports game like this. I mean, look at this. We're on a bike. If I had like a GoPro strapped to my head and I did this IRL, well, A, I'd die. But B, it would not be nearly as smooth as this, so it really helps with visibility, and I like it. I don't know if you'll be able to get these, you know, start these races in areas that you haven't been to in the full game. I hope you do, but we're just sort of discovering areas at the top of the screen as we're going through the race. And, you know, I think the progression's a lot easier in this too, because you only get one day, so it makes sense that, you know, you would they would be more lenient on that stuff, whereas in the full game it would be more. But yeah, let me check something here. Here. I want to pull up the stream very briefly on another monitor to see what the quality's like. If the stream lags, I apologize. I just want to see how it looks here. Well, it doesn't look amazing, but I think that's mainly because there's so much detail on screen, you know? Whenever you have like a bunch of foliage in games, it isn't as good as it could be. I think it's pretty good considering, though. Wait, what? Okay, well, that seems a bit farther away than I thought it was. Yeah, interesting, but we'll see how these streams go. If they go good, then I'll probably... Ow. I'll keep streaming here, and if they don't do good, then I can always go back to Twitch. The only thing I can't really do is I can't stream on both at the same time anymore because I have affiliate on Twitch. Yeah, I'm not going to do any of the specific challenges right now because it has been a while since I played, and I just want to sort of get the hang of this. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Why were you doing a trick there? This one's more about time, I believe, than anything else, so you probably shouldn't even focus on tricks here. Just go for the fastest time. I feel like this is going to be such a cool game when it comes out. Whee! Tricks should give you like a speed boost, almost, to make it so that they're worth doing, even if you're just going for time. I think that'd be a good addition. There's a thing there I missed, but oh well. We're just sort of chilling out, having fun right now. Oh boy. Ooh. Ooh. That was spooky. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can land this one. Oh, I can. I remember I used to have quite a bit of trouble with that jump after, but, you know, before in the beta, but it's fine now. I gotta say, the stream latency is really good. About 3 seconds or so. That part started on stream like right as I was going. I don't know. I don't really like the idea of just flip-flopping between different platforms all the time. I feel like that'll be very much counterintuitive. If I'm constantly switching, then people just won't know where to watch me stream and stuff. But we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. And to be honest, I'm not sure if this would be a great game to start streaming on a new platform with anyway. Ooh, boy. You know what? Just let it take me. Yeah, that's much better. Don't even bother with rewind. It just loses you time. Reward new gear. Yeah, I'm not really impressed with the quality, even at 1080p. I'm streaming at 9K bitrate, which is 3K higher than Twitch, but, well, I guess I didn't really look at what that quality was like on Twitch beforehand. Still, I don't know. I can close this window, though. I don't need that anymore. Yeah, we'll pull this up. But man, look at this. It's just so nice to be able to just ride through the world and look at things. Bear! Hi, bear. Oh, the bear disappeared. I didn't even see bears in the beta, so I don't know if those guys are new or what, but... Ooh, nice. I like how that bridge didn't look passable at all, but it actually is. Alright, I think the mass races start every 30 minutes, right? So, we got 10 minutes before the next one, presumably. Let's see. Honestly, I don't even know if I'll be customizing my character too much with outfits and stuff when the full game comes out. I just like how my character looks now, you know? What's wrong with this skin? Sure, giraffe skin's fun, but... is it really me? I don't know. If you're really into the whole extreme sports, wacky style, then sure, go ahead. Use a giraffe skin. That's fun. But as someone who just prefers more of the mechanics and how the races and the vehicles feel, and likes it for the gameplay and not necessarily the style, then I like some more, you know, regular cosmetics, you know? I don't need no elephant or dinosaur skin, you know? I'm good. I'm good just wearing pants and stuff. Pants and a t-shirt. Jeez. I should get used to the other method of doing tricks. Right now I'm using the the Rider, I believe it's called the Rider preset. It's the one where you press the buttons to do tricks. And I think it's better in the long run if I got used to using the stick instead. But at the same time, you know, I only have access to this for today, so it's probably better if I just wait until the actual game comes out to get used to some of that stuff, you know? Because then I don't have to start from scratch when the game comes out. Can you even do the other stuff here? It might literally just be the bike stuff outside of the mass races. You know what we can do while we're waiting though is there is a track over here that we can go on.
It's my home turf, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta get through a super techie course around Riders Ridge. So, right, I actually do live here, so just try not to make a mess.
I don't think I did this first time in the beta. And I might not even do it first try here. Well, especially if I just plop over like that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I kind of have to reset here, don't I? Oh, that was so close. Eh. I need to get used to this technical stuff again. Oh boy. First person is probably better for this. Yeah, you can see your wheel on here too. And I believe the wheel's accurate as well. Okay, well. There we go. Yeah. Damn it. Can you start me off in first person rather than starting off in third and immediately switching to first? That throws me off. I didn't have enough speed for that. Sometimes it's hard to tell how much speed you need. Alright, I think we're getting pretty close to the end here. I didn't want to do a flip. I couldn't see that platform over there. You might not even be supposed to go up that way, but... Oh my goodness. Nope, didn't make it. We're so close. That's the end right there. Just glide over. There we go. Yay. Woo. Hey, Future. How you playing? It's the PC Play Day on PC. You can, if you have Ubisoft Connect on your PC, you can just download the game and you can play it for today. Today only. I didn't actually hear about this until I got an email from Ubisoft yesterday, and I was able to preload it. But yeah, I think you have the rest of the day until you know, to play this. It's pretty cool though. Hey, I got a threshold. I'll skip that for now because I'm pretty sure I saw it in the beta.
Alright, to experience some X Factor mayhem, meet with the Shack Daddy Band.
Yeah.
The rocket bike event over in Canyonland will really test your noodles. There's a
Noodles?
wacky Shack Daddy event in Yosemite where you get to scoot around on a delivery
I don't know
bike.
if your progress crosses over, but you don't have... Well, if you played the beta, you get to skip like the opening cinematics, basically. You don't have to do the tutorial again. You'll probably have to do it again in the, what's it called? The full game? But for this particular PC Playday or whatever, you don't have to do it. Probably because you only get one day, and if you have to go through the entire, tutorial, it'd be most of the time that you have to play. I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, I imagine this event is going off the radar for a lot of people because Ubisoft just didn't... They just didn't advertise the PC Playday like they did the beta. Like I said, I only heard about this through like an email because I sign up for Ubisoft's newsletters and stuff. But most people probably don't do that, and so they would have missed out. Ow. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing is, it's been so long since the beta that I've gotten rusty with all this stuff. So not only is having it available only for one day, like, not great because I've forgotten the controls and stuff, but it's also weird because after today I'll have to wait until launch before I play it again. So, I want to learn how to do tricks with the right stick, for instance, but since I'm only playing this one day, then what's the point, Might as well go with what's easiest at the moment. And I've heard that control scheme is better for these types of skill-based events too, so we'll see. I'm a huge BMX guy, so I'm hyped for that DLC. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see like what sports they add in the future. I mean, I've seen some people like compare this to like Tony Hawk and stuff. If they add like skateboarding, that would be pretty sick. Ow. Even though I never played Tony Hawk, I do like this style of racing and trick system. Whee! Alright, not bad. Didn't start off great, but I finished her pretty alright. Let's see. Is there going to be a mass race in progress? Looks like there is. I didn't get a pop-up for it, but I saw it on the map. Let's see if we can do a mass race. I was slightly pissed at the mass race like thing when I played the beta, because I streamed like all my gameplay of the beta, right? And I did pretty good in some races, but after my last stream of the beta, I decided to play just a little bit more, you know, because why not? And I joined a mass race, and the one mass race that I didn't stream is the one that I got first place in. Technically I tied for first, but still counted it as a win. So it's like, of course, the one mass race I don't stream is the one that I win. Oh well. I'll still have plenty of time to go ahead and stream my first non-tie win. Though I doubt it'll be here since I'm still rusty, but whatever. I'm fine with doing it in the main game. Are these going to be the same mass races as in the beta?
Last round. Here we go.
And if so, how many mass races are there going to be in the full game?
Time to bring it.
Yes! Oh my goodness, I instantly noticed. Wait, what? No! I go... Alright. I was going through a bunch of people and I thought they disabled player collisions in mass races. But no, I'm still getting knocked around here and there. Like right there, like where did I get stopped by? So it feels better. It doesn't feel like I'm colliding with people as much, but there's still some collision that messes me up. It still sucks. I hope they completely remove it for the full game. God damn it. Yeah, like I hate that. It's fine for regular races, but not for mass races.
Keep calm, riders. Victory requires patience.
It also requires you to get lucky with RNG and not get hit off the track by anyone. That's the one thing I don't like about mass races. Like there, I was on track to get that checkpoint, but someone nudged me out of the way. That doesn't feel fair. These are rocket skis. Why aren't you using the rockets?
Final stretch. Time to push it.
Well, we'll see. I'm saying we'll see a lot this stream, but there's a lot to see about. Why didn't that count as me getting the checkpoint? I don't get it. I don't get why they think people bumping into each other would be a fun mechanic.
Final switch gate.
Alright, get the boost.
Ferocious. We have a winner.
Well, Let's see, can we make the finish line? I wonder if it's faster to jump in those sections or not.
You'll crack it next time.
Maybe if I don't get pushed around as much. It feels like it's better at the beginning or when there's a lot of people close by, but then they just re-enable it. It's definitely better than I remember, but it's still annoying. I miss the victory music at the end too.
All right, into the next round.
The end, like the victory music or the end of the race music, is really nice, but I guess it's copyrighted because I have copyrighted music turned off.
Ladies and gents.
PC specs, you can type !specs in chat and that'll give you my specs. Oh my goodness. Almost went the wrong way. Welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing? Might take a sec because YouTube bots tend to take longer than on Twitch. Nope, there it goes.
Just the way I like it.
That makes me very happy that I added that command. Oh boy. Oh boy. Stop pushing. I'm doing good. We're just sort of chilling, enjoying the one day we get to play Riders Republic before release here. We played the beta, but Ubisoft pretty randomly decided to just enable the PC version to be downloaded and played for today only, so... Ow. Yeah, thanks. Oh jeez. Just let it reset. Backtrack takes longer. Yeah, I upgraded to that PC like about a year ago. I think I got it just before Christmas last year, like a month or so before Christmas. So it's probably actually almost coming up almost exactly a year. And it was definitely time for an upgrade. My old PC was from like 2012, and it was still a pretty good PC. Like, it was an i7 3770 or something. It was an i7 3 something whatever with a superclocked GTX 980, so it could still handle a lot of games just fine. But it was old, so it wasn't you know, great, especially for new games that I wanted to stream while I played too, so. Oh, and it also had this problem in the last week or so I owned it, where it would just turn off randomly, which was pretty annoying, and I never ended up fixing it because I had this PC in the mail, so there was no point in fixing it. Flip. Yeah, I can't play this game. I have an old PC and I don't have a PS4 or PS5. Ah, well, that's still, well, the processor isn't great, especially since it's older, but the 970 is not bad. What you could do is what I'm basically going to do is I actually have this game, Rise Republic, pre-ordered on Google Stadia, which is cloud gaming, and I'm basically going to be playing it through there once it comes out, and that doesn't really require you to have a powerful PC at all, really. The only reason I'm playing this on PC right now is because this is the only platform it's available on. Like, even if you had a PS4 or PS5, like, being able to play the Rise Republic today is only available on PC, so. And I would think this would be available through GeForce Now as well. I have a regular viewer who plays a lot of games in GeForce Now. We gonna start here, or? All right.
They're blowing hot and cold. Woo! Away we go.
Ow. Oh, for sure. You know, I had an Xbox One, and I now have a Series X. It's amazing, like what those machines can do.
What a day for a mass race.
Whee!
High speed, low drag.
Yeah.
There's still time to go after a podium finish. Keep
You
at
know,
it.
some people say that, like, oh, the graphics don't look incredibly, you know, revolutionary versus the last gen. I think some people are just used to, like, the days of, like, you know, PS2 to PS3, or even, like, you know, Xbox 360 to Xbox One, where you can see, like, massive jumps in quality and games look completely different on the next gen.
You're halfway.
This time
And
it's
chase down those positions.
it's not that dramatic, but it's still a difference of, you know, playing games in 4K versus 1080p, playing games in 30 FPS versus 60. It's still a really good improvement. Oh my goodness.
Ride smarter, but go hard too.
That stupid rock.
Oh, that was the final switch gate. All right, final push. Tear it up and chase down those positions. And the winner just crossed the line.
Oh yeah, the SSDs are huge. Ooh, oh my goodness. Ugh. We're good. Come on, just boost to the end. Can we get a place or two higher? 16th place, alright. I don't think 16th place for a specific level of the mass race is too bad, considering I'm pretty rusty. Yeah, the SSD is insane too. Like, when I first tried out, when I first launched GTA 5 on my Xbox Series X, and, you know, GTA 5 hasn't been upgraded or anything, at least not until the expanded enhanced edition comes out, but I just launched GTA 5 on my Series X one day, and I kid you not, like, from like starting it up to getting in game and walking around is like 10 seconds. It's just crazy. Yeah. How is the performance on PS4 for the beta? I only played it on PC and my Series X. We gotta see what's new on the map. Yeah. Hopefully it's good on the old gen too, you know. We've had certain games that haven't been as good as advertised when it comes to the last gen consoles, so hopefully those are good experiences too. Alright, skip cinematic, I don't care. I might care a bit more when the actual game comes out, but for now, I don't care. What do we want to do
There's
next?
a wacky Shack Daddy event in Yosemite where you get to scoot around on a delivery bike. Keep an eye out.
I think I remember that. I don't think that one's as fun as it sounds. I think this one's a race.
Hey, how's it hanging? At the top of Mammoth Mountain, there's a signpost where I left you a little treat. Need to? Yeah, no need to thank me. Just make sure you find it.
Oh, geez. I think I went past it. Ah, you're learning music and guitar. Nice. Yeah, the reason why I am curious to see how this game will be on Stadia is because I think the multiplayer will be so much better in like mass races and stuff. Because for those of you who don't know, since Stadia is like a cloud gaming service, any multiplayer that's on the platform is basically like a big LAN almost. And I think that it'll make the issue I had during the beta of people just lagging into you and pushing you off the cliff without any warning much less of an issue. And if you want, you know, there's crossplay too, so it doesn't really matter where you buy it, so. Yeah, I think a lot of people are in that same boat, you know. Did I not get the camera? Oh well. I mean, I found myself, you know, enjoying more casual experiences as, you know, I get older, and by older, I'm like 25, so that's just, you know, a little perspective. But like when I was a teenager, you know, I would be great at like PvP competitive games and stuff. Right now, I just don't care. I don't care about Apex or Fortnite or any of that stuff. I just want to have fun. And when I was like, you know, a teenager in high school and stuff, you know, I think the fact that I only played a certain few games sort of, you know, prevented me from having playing some really cool games as a teenager, you know? So, you know, for example, I didn't play like Skyrim until like years after it came out, and I'm sure there's plenty of games that were... Oh, jeez. Well. There we go. But yeah, I've actually played a bunch of older games especially on Xbox because of backwards compatibility. For example, I forget if it was like a few months ago or like a year ago, but I played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for the first time. And yeah, it's an original Xbox game, so the graphics aren't jaw-dropping awesome, but it's still a fun game. And it's actually a really mind-blowing game when you get towards the end and you realize, hey, the game actually lets you be evil and do messed up things. I still need to press A. Yeah, it's I think this game is a good balance of like casual features and competitive features, you know? If you want that competitive PvP experience, then there's multiplayer modes for that. You got the mass races and stuff. But the mass races, oh my goodness, that was a good move. But the mass races are also good for like casual people. And if you want to play the game casually, then there's also plenty of exploration and stuff you can do solo, you know? You don't have to be competitive to enjoy the game like you would in like Apex or Valorant or something. I just realized, did the music stop? It did. Oh, well. Video paused. Continue watching? Question mark? I mean, even if you want to be super casual and not even do the races, there's still exploration stuff. And even the Zen mode, which I only know about because from what people have said about it in Steep, but you know, if you want to take pictures and stuff, like there's a lot of people, especially if you look on like the Steam artwork section in games that are on Steam, or in the club section on Xbox or whatever your platform, then a lot of people really like taking pretty pictures, and you can just do that if you want. It's good to have options, you know? Not every game needs to be either super casual or super competitive. Yeah, the open world's great. Oh, geez. Just let it take you. See, look, just letting the checkpoint countdown timer take you is so much better than rewinding. Rewinding is so slow compared to just being teleported. Ow. I really don't think there's a point in using backtracking outside of the stunts. Yeah, and even like, you know, just recently, this isn't too old of a game, but I recently started playing Far Cry 5 on Stadia, you know? It's, you know, I could get Far Cry 6, but I've had, I got like Far Cry 5 on sale ages back, and I just haven't had a reason to like play it, but all the hype for Far Cry 6 ironically made me want to play Far Cry 5. So I've been playing that and stuff, you know? You really gotta pay attention to the compass in this race, because it can be hard to see where the next checkpoint is if you're not paying attention. I was a Dota 2 addicted player and I had 6.5k hours on it. Yeah, I know that feeling about, you know, just playing one game for ages. I actually played, like, there was a time where I would just play Gary's mod all the time. Like, I would go to school, do my homework like during the lunch hour, and then come home and play Gary's mod all the way until like dinner time or whatever. Yeah. And I have like 4,800 hours in that game. So you know what? I think I have to backtrack here, otherwise it fails. I forget that in stunts you can't just let the countdown reset you. I just let my character ragdoll through the next checkpoint. Where? There. There is where. Well, I think I've lost my chance of doing it first try, but oh wait, no. 2, 1. Ah, yes. 1 second to spare. And I survived. Speaking of game hours, I once saw a guy with 22 hours on a game. I have no idea. Well, actually, the other game I play a lot is TF2, and I only got like 3.8k hours in it, only, quote unquote. But I know there's some competitive players in that game that have upwards of 20 hours, like people who compete in tournaments and, you know, take the game seriously and stuff. Euro Truck Simulator? Dang. That would not have been my first guess. I mean, hey, you know, whatever floats your boat, right? I played a bit of... Actually, I think it was American Truck Simulator, not Euro Truck Simulator. But I played that a bit in VR, and... yeah, playing that game in VR is cool. It's not really something I got into a lot, but... I can see, like, you know, certain types of people absolutely loving that sort of thing. You know, sometimes you have, you know, a long day at work or a tough exam at school or whatever, and you just want to come home and drive a car, you know, drive a truck.
Here we go. Red Bull Holy Bike returns for another year.
If this isn't a chance for riders to demonstrate their skills, then what is?
Absolutely. It's gonna be
Is there collision in here with the ghosts? It didn't seem like there was at the beginning. I'm trying to look for differences between the beta and here. So far in the mass race, it feels like player collisions are better, but they're still there, so... in a race like this where there's only, like, you know, what, 16 people? I don't even know how many people there are in this race, but when there's not that many people, collisions are fine. You know, who cares? In versus mode, it could possibly lead to some funny moments between you and your friends or random people. Who knows? But in a mass race, when you have like 60 players and you're all bunched up together at the beginning, it was not fun in the in the beta. Chaotic, yeah, but there is such a thing as too chaotic. Well, thanks. I appreciate that, man. Oh, top left corner. Oh, 12. Thanks. Of course, there's it's right on screen. Well, with 12 players, it's not that bad. But 64, I just think they should disable player collisions entirely. You know what? We should do some first-person gameplay. Show off some of the first-person mode, which is actually really awesome. I love first-person mode in this game. Honestly, I think first-person mode might be the way to go for bike races like this. I said this earlier, but this is probably one of the best first-person modes I've seen in any racing game. I mean, in some games, even if you like go over a little bump, the screen shakes violently like you're in an earthquake or something. Here it's just so smooth. I love it. You can easily see what's going on at all times. And when you do a trick, it goes into third-person mode because that would be very disorientating. It's like, it's just a great implementation of first-person mode. Here's the forced
You're pushing those inner
thing to see what's new.
to the bone. I'm loving it.
Whatever, let's just do it.
Your next biggie, Ridge TV's Lucky Straight. It's closing
Yeah.
faster than a butter bullet. Light it up at these races first. And remember, riding fast.
I mean, in most games, I think,
Riding slow. It's just
yeah, I don't care.
That sounded way better in my head. You get my drift, though. Ciao.
At least I didn't have to go through the whole tutorial to play today. Yeah. But yeah, most games, I think third person's better, hands down, because, you know, some games you can see around corners, you can see more of the map and stuff. But since it's like so smooth and it's so easy to see, to keep track of everything, it's just so much better. Especially since, you know, first person in some games are just shaky as hell, and you can't even tell what's going on half the time. Yeah. I accidentally do tricks sometimes, which I think is more of a fault of this control scheme than anything. Like I said, I'm pretty sure like using the stick to do tricks would be better, but I don't want to get used to that when I only have 24 hours to play the game, you know? There's no point in getting used to a whole new control scheme when you've only got so much time left. That was a mistake. Oh well. I'll probably get used to using the stick for controls like once the game actually comes out, and I know that I won't lose access to it for a couple weeks in between sessions, you know. That was close. I almost didn't make that. Yeah, for me, like playing in first person mode, it's almost like when you're really good at Mario Kart. If you guys haven't played, you know, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for hundreds of hours like I have, you might not understand this, but like when you get really good and you know like all the courses in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, then it's sort of like racing becomes almost automatic, you know? You sort of know when to start drifting on every turn. You sort of know what's coming up. And you just sort of basically look where you want to go, and then you use your controller to connect the dots, so to speak. So if I want to go so, you know, this tight on a corner, then I'll look there and then use the controller to make it happen. You know, I don't look right in front of me, I look where I want to go. And it sort of feels like I can do that with here. Like I can look, so if I wanted to turn right there, so I look to the right and then I use the controller to make it happen, you know? It's the same advice I got like when I was learning how to drive, you know? Look where you want to go. And I think it really applies to this game too. The sense of speed looks awesome, yeah. Just so you know, guys, I have turned off motion blur as well, so it's not really a big deal, I would think, but that is something I've turned off that affects that aspect of the game exactly. Yeah, it's at the very bottom here. I probably could run this game at ultra, but during the beta I had just a little bit of issues, like tiny issues, where I would have issues with my stream sort of lagging a bit or not getting a solid 60 FPS on stream, at least when I was doing this. So I have it set to the high presets, and then motion blur is disabled. Yeah, you can sort of see the difference there. I like being able to see what's happening around me when I'm going fast though, so I'm doing high max settings, not ultra. Again, I very well could, and I could probably get a decent frame rate if I wasn't streaming as well. But I just want to make sure that everything's super smooth on stream, so that's also why I have my FPS limit set to 60. Because if you're not familiar with streaming, then you might not have had this issue, but sometimes when your computer can do a pretty bad job of allocating resources. So like I could play a game at like 100 plus FPS, right? But if I have it set to 60 FPS in my streaming software, then it won't be able to do 60 FPS on stream because it's busy pumping out frames for the game. So sometimes I have to limit the frame rate in my games so to make sure that my streaming software has enough horsepower to do a 60 FPS stream. All for your viewing pleasure. Besides, this isn't like a super competitive game. I don't need 300 FPS to be competitively viable. Let's not do a trick here. I don't think there's any benefit to doing tricks in races. I do wish they gave you a little speed boost to give you, like, you know, an incentive to do them in the middle of an actual race for time too. But yeah, I love this first person mode. It's like I'm just looking at the track and then connecting the dots, you know? It's super easy to do. I love how they made first person feel. See, look, in that case, I think doing a trick actually hurt the ghost of that person that was in first, you know? If they hadn't done a trick, they would have caught up to me or stayed up with me, you know? But since they did a trick, not great. Yeah, most games I think 60 FPS is enough. If you can get higher frame rates, you know, that's obviously better, but not every game needs to have, you know, countless FPS. Let's take a few seconds of your time to show you everything that's new. Streaming has an impact on the graphics too, depending on the bitrate. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, you know. I do want to have a good looking stream, you know. I don't want to have the lowest quality possible on stream because I want slightly higher frame rates in game, you know. I'm fine with 60 FPS, but I think having a 60 FPS stream is a much bigger deal for viewers than me having a slightly more FPS in game, you know. And if I'm getting 60 FPS anyway, then it, you know, it's hard to be picky after that. Jeez. Whee! Well, that was probably a mistake. Just let it take you. Oh, look, I'm right behind the checkpoint. Fancy that. It's almost like the rewind feature is useless. The game's punishing me for just in the rewind feature. It just is useless in basically every mode except for maybe stunts. Whee! Oh geez, that looked like I was not going to make that. I think what helps too is that the drifting feels great as well. It's a very strong drift, but like when I drift like that, it's very strong. But you can easily, like, you know, get used to the drifting power and then just like tap the drift button and then just use the stick to like straighten you out. And flip over the finish. I love finishing with the crash. Your last console was PS1? Ah. Between 4K 60 FPS or 1080p. Yeah. I mean, it depends on the game, you know. But for this game, I think 4K 60 is perfectly fine, you know. But if I was, you know, really trying in like CSGO or Apex or something, then that extra frame rate can make a bit of a difference in terms of like your input latency and stuff. It's not unplayable by any means. Like if you're still getting 60 FPS, that's, and you're playing Apex casually, then you know that's probably good enough for you. It's just a matter of personal preference as well. Options are always good to have. Where is this event? It disappears at certain elevations. Well, there we go. Yep.
Listen up. If you're in Zion, you
That's why, you know, it's always good to have options. That's why I love when games have, like, on console at least, and obviously on every game on PC, but when games have options for like a performance mode and, you know, resolution mode or graphics mode, you know. Graphics are always good, you know. Then everyone's happy. You know, you want to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 60 FPS? Well, they updated the game, so there's a performance mode now. You want to have a crispy 4K resolution? They've got a mode for that, you know? You make both people happy. Even some games that, you know, don't have 60 FPS modes because, I don't know, maybe they would have to lower the resolution too much or turn down the graphics too much. I still think, like, basically every game released now should have a 60 FPS mode, you know? If it doesn't have a 60 FPS mode, then why? You know, is having a 1080p 60 FPS mode really that embarrassing for some developers? I don't know. Some developers, you know, like to advertise their game with graphics because it's easier to show off than frame rate, but still, options are good. There's a lot of people out there who might buy a game just because it advertises a performance mode, you know? And you don't even need to show off performance mode. Just say, hey, there's a 60 FPS mode, and people will be like, hey, that's cool. I like 60 FPS gaming. You know, if a game runs naturally at 4K 60, good for it, but if it runs at 4K 30, then there should be a 60 FPS mode. Well, I don't really think there's many games out there that are locked to like 30 FPS, you know? I mean, I don't think there's... I remember like Skyrim, for instance, there's an issue where I believe if your FPS goes over 60 FPS, then like some of the physics start freaking out and stuff.
Reward waiting for you.
And my favorite example of this is on the original Star Wars Battlefront from like 2004 or something. I think if your FPS went higher than 60, like the tanks would start spinning like they were in like a giant invisible ball or something, which was funny but impossible to control and ruins tanks in the game. So I don't think there's really many games that are built like that anymore, you know, because high FPS modes, you know, is a big thing on PC, and even on PS5 and the Series X, you know, some games on there are getting 120 FPS modes. So I just think developers don't want to have a 60 FPS mode and have it be like PS3 graphics, you know. But I think there's plenty of people out there who would be fine with PS3 graphics if it got them 60 FPS, you know? Man, it feels like you're going so much slower in third person now, now that we've been playing first person for a while. The other problem, I think, with 60 FPS modes for some developers is, you know, how often does a game reach 60 FPS? You know, if it's a 60 FPS mode and there's parts of the game where it only hits like 50 FPS, are developers comfortable with pushing that as a 60 FPS performance mode, or would they rather just have the 30 FPS mode, you know? You know, because there's some games that could probably hit 60 FPS easy enough, but if you want a constant 60 FPS where like 99% of the time it's 60 FPS, well, that might be quite a bit different from a game that hits 60 FPS like... Oh, I didn't realize there was a lap 2. I thought that was the end. You know, that might be different from a game that hits 60 FPS like 75% of the time, you know? So I think some developers might think that if you put a performance mode in there, it has to be a constant 60 FPS. And so the compromise that they have to make for a constant 60 FPS, even in the hardest scenes, might be too much for them to go through with, but that's just my theory. Yeah, I mean, if the game's fun, then the game's fun, right? Ow. The only thing I'll say is that, you know, there is a limit to that though, right? Like, I'm fine with a 30 FPS game on like my Series X or something, but I would hope there's a reason for it to be 30 FPS, right? Like, if it's 30 FPS, is it in 4K, for instance? Final lap. I didn't realize there were 3 maps. I keep thinking the finish line is the end, but it's not. And if it's not in, like, you know, 4K and it's at 30 FPS, does it have an insane amount of detail? Is there a lot of players in the world at once? You know, if a game came out on Series X at 30 FPS 720p, I don't think many people would be happy, you know? I think there's a certain limit to that, you know? But I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a game that really has that much treble.
So as you might know, we created a wingsuit from cardboard. Okay, it's not the most reliable piece of kit, but let's face the facts. If you had a lightsaber, you'd likely saber me, and that's way more dangerous. You're listening to the Bandit Plug.
You know, some games come out on Stadia that aren't as high resolution or don't have the same modes as on Series X, but I still like buying the games on Stadia because I get to play them on my PC with keyboard mouse, and then I can go over to my couch either right next to me or in another room entirely or on my phone and play the exact same game, exact same save file right there, you know? And it's still fun, like we've been saying, you know? At the end of the day, if a game's fun, it's fun. Yeah. Well, I think it's a combination of like developers being overworked and publishers pushing for more money, you know? I mean, I was watching a YouTube video about GTA Online recently, and it's by this like popular GTA 5 speedrunner. And what he was saying was that, you know, people like to defend Rockstar by saying, oh, it's Take-Two that's making GTA Online bad and stuff. And, you know, he points out quite a few games that, quite a few features in GTA Online that are just unnecessary. That there's no way, like, the head of, like, Take-Two wanted. Like, being booted out of a heist when a player leaves, you know? A Take-Two executive almost certainly didn't just ask for that, you know? That was a developer that implemented that feature in the game. When someone in your party leaves a heist, then you have to start from the very beginning, you know? And maybe they were asked to make the game tedious or something, but there's other ways of doing that that are much better, you know? They didn't have to make the game the way it did, and, you know, they implement stuff in certain ways. Like, the developers still get to choose, like, how certain goals are accomplished. You know, the fact that you can't get armor at your government facility that you purchase in GTA Online, you know? Whose decision was that? Was that an executive's decision to not allow players to buy armor in their facilities where you're literally preparing for the end of the world in? No, it was a developer that did that. And I mean, you could, maybe they were overworked and that was the best solution they came up with because they're overworked so much. Whatever. It still could have been done better, and it's not 100% on executives, and it's not 100% on the devs. It's most likely a combination of both. And certainly there are plenty of companies out there. I've heard a lot of people talk about the recent Ghost Recon Battle Royale game that was announced as one of these, like, you know, it could be a scenario where the publisher wants a studio to make a certain game, and the developers don't really want to do that. So maybe that explains some things. Jeez. So that could be a reason too, you know. Not every game's the same, every company's different, yada yada yada. There's a lot of different reasons. Fallout 76 is just sad. Yeah. I did see a video though about how there actually is, like, you know, a dedicated community, a small community, but a dedicated one for Fallout 76, where, like, you know, everyone who plays the game knows it's terrible, but there's still a community there that's helps out new players and teams up to do stuff there because everyone knows it's terrible and they want to help each other out.
This stunt challenge over in Yosemite is certainly worth keeping a lookout for. Trouble with a capital T, baby.
I mean, that's, I think, is an example of, like, you know, players making the best out of a shitty game, you know? And certainly, you know, that sort of style of game isn't for everyone. Like, not everyone wants to play a bad game just to help other people out, but there are people out there who do enjoy that. You know, there's people that play GTA Online that don't really care about the new stuff, and they like helping other people complete their missions and unlock stuff. Heck, I myself used to play GTA Online quite a bit. I would just queue up for, I forget what it's called, Mobile Operations Center, I think. I would queue up for those missions specifically because it's hard to get people to queue up for those types of missions, and you have to do those missions to unlock certain things in the Mobile Operations Center. So, and I figured since I enjoyed those missions and it's hard to get people to queue for them, I just queued for them myself. And then oftentimes, even though there was like those missions have like 4 player slots, oftentimes it would just be me and the one person who would need to do the mission, and then we just go through it. And again, they're not hard missions, they're not the worst missions in the world. They're just in their own category, and because they're in their own category, they don't get as many players. Yeah. Yeah, certainly Fallout 76 is not the most polished of games. But, you know, you could say things like, similar things about, like, Cyberpunk, you know? I played through Cyberpunk at launch on my Series X, and I still had quite a bit of fun with the story. I did have one issue in Cyberpunk where if I hadn't saved, like, a few minutes earlier, I would have been soft-locked, and I would have had to restart the game over from the very beginning in order to progress. But other than that, like, and however long the game is, you know, I still had fun playing the game, you know? Ow. But it was an issue where, like, I was on this mission, right? And I don't know how I got it into this state, but, like, you need to wait for an NPC to open a locked door. There's no other way to open the door by yourself. You have to wait for the specific NPC to open this door, right? And for whatever reason, that NPC would not open the door. Like, they just stood there. And I load the autosave, and the NPC was still stuck. So literally, if I hadn't saved, like, manually saved 15 minutes earlier, I would have been screwed. And I would have, like, either needed to wait for a patch, however long that would take, or I would have needed to restart the entire game, which I really didn't want to do. But if it hadn't been from a manual save from earlier, from before I started that particular mission, ooh, that would have been a lot worse. But that was the one time in the entirety of, like, Cyberpunk that I found, like, a legitimately bad gameplay breaking bug, you know? Everything else was like, haha, NPC walking into wall funny. You know, it's just like visual glitches, or you know, one of the characters walked through like a closed door, you know? Haha, funny visual glitch, it doesn't really affect anything, but Yeah. Well, I think what's good about like Ubisoft and, you know, other games, some other games too, is that like when they give you a chance to play them before you have to buy them at all, you know, you can see if it's for you before you even like put down money for it. So like with Riders Republic, I didn't pre-order Riders Republic before I tried the beta. It was only after the beta that I was like, okay, yeah, I see potential here. I can, even if like it isn't that much improved from the beta, I can still really enjoy this game, and I want to keep playing this game afterwards, you know? You know, before the beta, I was like, oh, cool, you know, 64 player matches, that's quirky. But, you know, I was skeptical when they showed off, like, the first-person mode, for example, because it looked like it would be really hectic and, you know, hard to control and stuff, but it's actually really good. You know? And, you know, I can't really blame anyone for thinking that first-person mode would be bad, because it normally is in a lot of games like this. Oh, jeez. Oh! Restarts. But when you play the game, you can see how things are for yourself, and, you know, like I said, even if the game isn't extremely expanded upon for the full release, I'm still going to enjoy it, you know? So that's why I pre-ordered the game. Ow. Again, you know, pre-ordering is not really a good idea in general, but if you're able to play the game and you know what have a good idea of what it's going to be like, and then you get to the point where you're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to like this game even if it doesn't improve that much better, then I think you can really justify that sort of pre-order thing more. Yeah. And it's much easier to tell if you can play the game beforehand. Like, imagine if people had been able to play Cyberpunk before the game came out. I mean, I think a lot less people would have gotten the game, but, you know, people wouldn't have felt like they were ripped off. And, you know, there's like a Battlefield beta that I think's going on now. I didn't play it because I'm not really into PvP games per se anymore, except for TF2, which I do stream a lot, but other than that, I'm not really into PvP games. But I like it when games do that, so that, you know, people can see, is this game actually different from the last one? Is this game actually worth my money? Am I actually going to enjoy this game, you know? Oh, jeez. This is a cool area. I didn't see this part during the beta. Like this old burnt area. This is a cool environment. Yeah. Well, that's why I still like playing Team Fortress 2, you know? It's a game that came out in 2007, you know? I first played that game in 2010. And if you're a new player, it's hard to get into because there's so many weapons and stuff that you need to know about. But I have years of experience playing it. So it's much easier for me to play that game casually than like Call of Duty, which I don't have a lot of experience in. You know, in a game of Call of Duty or Apex Legends, you know, I'm consistently bad because I don't play those types of like hyper-realistic precision FPS games where you have to be good at aiming, otherwise you're terrible, you know? But since I have so much experience with TF2, I'm almost like, if I try, I can still get top of the scoreboard each game just because I have so much experience. And that's not, you know, toot my own horn or whatever, but it's just that, you know, it's an example of how experience can determine how jeez. It can determine how much how good you are at a game and how much fun you have in it. Whee! There goes my bike. I love finishing with a flip. I'll equip that. Show me what's new. Was this the other one? I think it was. I believe the mass races are every half hour or so. I'll have to see if I can do at least one more this stream. Yeah. Well, while I was watching like other people play the beta, I didn't see many people like finishing wacky. I saw some people, but not too many. It's fun though, just crashing at the end for the finale. Yeah. Oh, this is a cool little track. Oh yeah, I don't think this... I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this race wasn't in the beta. I remember actually exploring a bunch of the map in the beta after I completed like all the events, and I saw this area, but I don't think it was playable as a race at the time. Orange. The entire screen's orange. Oh, it's okay, man. No worries. Yeah. By the way, just so you know, I mainly stream on Twitch as of right now. Really, this is my first stream on YouTube in a while, and the purpose of like this stream and a couple streams I'll have after this is mainly just to like try out YouTube again, because I used to stream on YouTube like a year or two ago, and I just wanted to see, you know, how the streams went, what it's like to stream on YouTube again. But there's a chance that I may be going back to stream on Twitch after the next couple streams. I have this stream, then I'll be streaming tomorrow, and then I may be doing 2 more streams on the weekends just to see how things go on YouTube. But there's a chance that after those streams I'll be back on Twitch, depending on how things go. So just so you know, I may or may not continue streaming here, or I may go back to Twitch. We'll see. Someone apparently invited me to a game through the Ubisoft Connect app. You guys can't see it, but it's on my screen here. Let's see. I'll post the link in chat after this race. But we'll see. How long is this event? That stupid invitation is not going away, so it's covering part of the HUD. Alright, what is this? It just says a Ubisoft game. It doesn't even say what game I'm being invited to. It says this person has invited you to a game. A Ubisoft game. Okay, don't tell me what game I'm being invited to. Alright, let me see here. So yeah, if you want to make sure that you see my streams regardless of if it's on YouTube or Twitch, you can go ahead and follow me on Twitch there. And I've also got a Discord that you can join if you are interested in getting notifications that way. Just FYI. Let's see, what do we do next? There was another thing up here, right? And that goes for anyone in chat. I just wanted to mention that again. Just in case people weren't here at the beginning. For the people who weren't here at the beginning of the stream. We'll do this one. Oh shoot, I forgot to bring my thing back up.
Yo, so I just wanted to let you know about this plane that crashed down near Mirror Lake in the 1970s. Pretty mysterious what went down. But it's still there, and if you find it, there's some unique drip that'll definitely set you apart from other riders in the Republic.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can... There's like some areas where if you go to them, then you unlock exclusive gear. I forgot about that. I don't think I'll care too much about that unique gear now, but once the game comes out and it'll actually say my progress, I'll probably do it then. There we go. I can see everything now. Yay. This is a pretty spooky race, dang. I wonder if Riders Republic will have anything going on for Halloween. On the one hand, like, it is going to be out by Halloween, but then again, it's going to be out like 2 days before Halloween, so... And they're going to have a whole grand opening sort of event going on anyway, so... Maybe they'll just do that and then next year they'll do Halloween? I don't know. But then they could do like an anniversary thing. This is a cool race, though. I like this sort of themed race we got going on here. Also, I just realized the music stopped. I apologize for the music not going up. Again, that music was like a last-minute thing. I just have it open in a browser. For some reason, I thought you could just go over that. Oh boy. Oh, I thought for sure I was going to clip that. Ugh. I really do love this though. This is so cool. Spooky bus crash. Ooh. I wonder how crazy they're going to get with their themes. Like, I know I've talked about GTA Online a lot this stream, but they have some really cool themed races in there too that have you change into like unique vehicles, or there's even a race where you go on foot but you're like a werewolf, so you still go super fast, you know? I wonder how crazy that theme can go. What should we do here? Again, we've only got like today to play this, so I don't really think it's worth going into like the challenges per se. This is a new one. Well, it's marked as new. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff to see about.
Hey, how's it hanging? At the top of Mammoth Mountain, there's a signpost where I left you a little treat. Me to you. Yeah, no need to thank me. Just make sure you find it.
And before I never ever find it in my life. I was thinking that rock was more slanted, but it wasn't. That was a good perspective there. You know, you gotta like ride a bit to these certain events, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be, you know? If you're coming just from the Crew 2 and you're used to just being able to like drive directly to each event via the menu, then yeah, it's a step back, but it's not terrible. It's not like you have to drive across the map to access certain missions or anything. You just teleport nearby and then you drive a little bit and then you're good. Again, this looks like it has a certain theme to it. I like the filter some of these have, like the yellow filter on this one. Whee! Ow. You better hope you're lined up right after that jump. Jeez. It is hard to adjust after that jump if you're heading straight for one of the barriers. I don't know what to call those things. Pillars? I guess we have a second chance? Yeah, run 2. I would like to do another mass race before we end the stream, but I think that's at the only happens at the top of the hour or at every 30 minutes basically. Which kind of sucks, but I guess they don't want you to just grind mass races for stars. They want you to have, you know, some time in between mass races to do the events. Ooh, I thought I was going to crash. Well, this is a hard race to get through without crashing. And before someone in the comments be like, "What are you talking about? This was easy for me. I have only played the game for 10,000 hours and it was so easy." Ow. Third run? Okay, run 3 of 3. I see now. Was that always up there? Look at me not noticing things that are right in front of my face. Whee! Ooh, okay, we made it. Woo! That was so close. I did it. I'm gonna hit this. Oh, well, I didn't crash. Hey, and the flip. Again, I don't really care about the bonuses for now. I can grind those when the game actually comes out and my progress saves. But let's see, if I go to the map now.
You're progressing very nicely, kid. Okay, crack your handlebars on these epic races just before your next big one. Santa Cruz's Urban Ride. You are hotter than a goat's
I don't want to see this right now.
Keep at it.
Oh my goodness, I still can't. We must show the player everything they unlocked. They must feel a sense of progression by unlocking new races. So I don't see a mass event here. I believe it should be every 30 minutes. I'd like to do one before we end the stream. Let's take a look at the shop, I guess. And then if we like get close to the end and I don't see an event pop up, then, well, A, I'd be surprised, but B, I'd be disappointed that we couldn't do a second one. At least we got one mass race in before the end here. We also did a lot of bike races, I know, but those are probably my favorite ones in my opinion. Just the bike ones. You having fun there? Well, I'm stuck. Oh, wait, no, there I go. Well, that's a rip. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how I got unstuck. But hey, that's a thing. Riders Republic.
challenges.
Okay, I don't remember those challenges being there before. Maybe those weren't in the beta.
Take a minute and manage those sponsors.
Sponsors were there. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the time. I'll wait a few more minutes here, and then if a mass race begins, then we'll end after the mass race. If we don't get one in the next few minutes here, then we'll just end it here. We got like 3 minutes with nothing to do. I don't know. I don't think we can really do much in 3 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like... I'm just not feeling any of these cosmetics. Even this dark armor pack that I got in the beta, I don't really feel like getting. I don't know. There's the stuff here isn't really crazy. Well, I mean, it's wacky, but crazy? No. I think it would certainly be hard to beat in terms of, like, you know, getting Fortnite level skins where you have like copyrighted outfits, but they could do stuff from their games at least. Like, you could have an Assassin's Creed skin in there. I mean, if you can have like an ice cream bike, you can have an Assassin's Creed skin or something. Oh yeah, this is the grand opening stage they mentioned in the trailer. Whee! Grand opening. I'm not sure if the mass race would start before the top of the hour, or if it would start at like 4:01, you know? Or 5:01, I mean. Been 2 hours, not 3, or not 1. Well, it hasn't been 3 hours or 1 hour. It's been 2 hours. Yes.
It's mass race time.
There we go. Yeah, I could go 29,000 feet, or I could just do this. Alright, so we'll end the stream after this mass race here. It was nice being able to stream Riders Republic again before it was blocked off until launch day. I'm glad they gave us another chance to play this. I'm glad to see a lot of people are taking advantage of this and playing it, you know? I mean, yeah, it's crossplay, so these are, you know, it would be hard to not find enough people. Well, actually, no, this is only PC. That makes it even more impressive. Because if all the people here are on PC, imagine how many players there'll be with crossplay. That's what's so cool about crossplay, is that it'll keep the game alive so much longer than, say, The Crew 2. Two more players. I'll see if I can do better this mass race since I've warmed up a bit. I don't think we did bad last time, it's just I was a bit rusty. I wish they would just like shorten that timer. We don't need to wait 3 minutes for 3 players. 61 players is more than enough. I wonder if there's a technical reason why it's 64 and not like 70 or something.
Mountain bike to huck off massive cliffs. Keep a lookout for it. It's huge, it's gigantic, it's huge-antic.
Yeah, I guess I didn't customize my character at all either, but again, I can wait until the game launches and it'll actually save my loadouts then. If I just customize my character for today, then there's really no point in doing that. Two minutes to go. You're making 60 people wait for like 3 minutes now because we couldn't find 3 players. Hey, Hyper, how's it going? We're going to be doing one more mass race, and then that'll be the stream for today. It's still like 10-15 minutes or so, but still. How are you doing, man? I can run in circles so quickly. Oh my goodness, look at me go. I'm fast like Sonic. $30 seconds, making 60 people wait for like 5 people. Good, but I just thought of the noodles I still have on Twitch. Yeah. I mean, what I forgot about YouTube when I was saying I was going to stream on here was how much work it takes to set up a stream, because I need a thumbnail, I need a description, I need so much more stuff than I do on Twitch. I'm still going to do a TF2 stream tomorrow, and possibly on the weekend. I don't know about if I'm going to stream here on the weekend, but I'll at least do a TF2 stream tomorrow on here just to see how things go. But we'll just see how it goes.
Push, push, push.
We got Shrek over here. Yeah, when there's a lot of people close to each other, oh my goodness. There's definitely less player collisions than in the beta. But look at that, we're still having laggy players push us to the side. Look at that. There's no way he legitimately bumped over there in a fraction of a second.
My warm-up is your workout. So move it. I know you've got more in the tank. Go for it.
Yeah, there's first person mode in this game. It's actually really smooth. Oh my goodness. Go, go, go. I'm stuck. It's actually a lot smoother and usable than other games.
Victory requires patience. Halfway. I know you've got more in the tank. Yeah, silky smooth.
Go, go, go. Oh, that was a good shortcut. We got rocket skis on now. What? Are you serious? Do I still hitting the players?
Okay, they're in the business
Why? This is why I want to get the game on Stadia, because Stadia is going to be like a LAN party. And there aren't going to be any issues with players lagging into each other. Oh my goodness. Because everyone's going to be playing through the Google Cloud, so if there's any lag, it'll only affect the person who's having lag, not everyone else, by lagging into them and pushing them off the edge. You couldn't tell, that really triggers me. But I like this game regardless, so.
Yes, we've got a winner.
Oh my goodness. I was so focused on turning around, I didn't take a good path there. Oh well. I mean, all they need to do really is to disable all the player collisions in mass races. That's the only thing that I really don't like. Everything else I think is in a good state. It just needs more races. So I don't know, Hyper. Right now, I don't know. I just don't like how I have to do so much more work to set up streams on YouTube. So I don't know. I just wish the ads on Twitch weren't such a big deal. If there weren't if they didn't force you to run pre-roll ads or ad breaks to get rid of pre-roll ads, then I'd be very much, I'd be a lot, happier about streaming on Twitch. But it's just so much more work to have a schedule going, to set your game and the thumbnail. I spent a good chunk of yesterday just making the thumbnail for this stream and tomorrow's stream. So we'll stream some TF2 on here tomorrow, see how it goes, but I am not sure if I want to switch to YouTube full time. We'll see. Yeah, you like the pog face, huh? Have you seen the thumbnail I did for my first impressions on the new Scream Fortress event? With the one with the pumpkin and the pog face that's like partially transparent. I think it's actually premiering right now as we speak. And I think I've set up so that this stream should redirect you directly over there as soon as we end it. That one I thought was hilarious when I made it. I actually made it by accident. I accidentally turned up the opacity too much on my face, and it looked super funny with the pog face. Well, I didn't see much of a reason to unragdoll there. My ragdoll was still going fast, so.
Don't show me your hacks too. That's my own thanks.
Oh, this is a good little shortcut. Big noodle pog face.
Final switch gate. Final stretch. Time to push it.
Go, go, go. 12th place, not bad. When you consider there's like 64 players, 12th place ain't bad.
Next time.
I still got 2 stars for that. That's not bad. That's only, what, just under half of what first place gets? Not bad. All right, final round. 14th place. Can I get top 10? Thoughts on Windows 11? I haven't switched over to Windows 11 yet, so
You can be.
I can't really say. I've heard people have had some issues with performance in games and some bugs have been happening, so I'm not planning on upgrading immediately. I think I'll wait like a month or two until more programs come out with Windows 11 versions and games have a chance to update. And, you know, NVIDIA has a chance to update their drivers and stuff a bit more and whatnot.
My warm-up is your workout. So move it.
So, the thing about the Windows 11 is you have a year to upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11 for free, so... And that's at least a year. Like, they didn't even say, hey, you've only got a year. They said, the offer to upgrade to Windows 11 for free will last at least a year, but then we have the right to, you know, cancel it after that. So everyone's got at least a year before they have to decide on if they want to upgrade to Windows 11 or not. So I'll probably wait at least a month or two because things are running pretty well for me right now, so I don't have a real need to upgrade this second. But then again, you know, people were saying they had bugs and problems with Windows 10 when it first came out, and my upgrade experience to Windows 10 was flawless and actually fixed some issues that I had at the time. So I don't know, maybe everyone's wrong. Maybe if I upgrade to Windows 11, I'd have a grand old time and it would be flawless. I can't know without actually doing it, so. So I'll probably wait a month or two before I upgrade, you know, give programs and services a chance to update and patch out all the bugs and stuff. Because there's no need to upgrade right now. You can Windows 10 is still runs perfectly fine. You've got at least a year before Microsoft decides to stop the free upgrade offer, and then Windows 10 itself will still be getting security patches until 2025. So are you going to get a new computer by 2025? If you are, then you might just stick with Windows 10 and then just get Windows 11 whenever you get your next upgrade for your, you know, whenever you get your next PC. So if I still had my old PC, I probably wouldn't upgrade to Windows 11 because I'd just wait until I upgrade to a new PC to get Windows 11. So if you're going to get a new PC, might as well switch operating systems at the same time too, right? 637 stars, dang. That guy had to have been playing like ever since the game released like at 2 a.m. last night to get that many stars.
enjoying the best of pop with yours
All right.
truly.
That's gonna be it for today's stream. Bro was grinding. Actually, I just realized, I guess chat isn't working over there because I haven't put it over there yet. Oh well. I'm not going to bother with that because we might end up just going back to Twitch anyway. We'll see. Anyway, I'll be streaming TF2 on YouTube tomorrow for sure. If you haven't already, go to the stream link that I pasted in the Discord stream alerts and hit the set reminder button. That'll send you an email when I go live. And I'll still send out an alert on the Steam group and Discord and all that good stuff. But we'll see how that goes. If that goes well, then maybe I'll do another couple test streams on Saturday and Sunday just to see how those go. And then we'll go from there, maybe. If tomorrow isn't that great, then I'll probably just go back to Twitch for Saturday and Sunday and beyond. But we'll see. It's not that, like, I thought we had a bad amount of people in today's stream, you know. We had like 2 other people that were really interactive in chat. It's just that, you know, it took a lot more work to set this up. And would I really have gotten that many... Would I really not have gotten like 2 people to watch the stream over on Twitch? I don't really... I think that's a pretty good possibility. So for today's stream, it feels like I did more work for basically the same results. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. I think I've seen more people like the TF2 stream than this stream already. So we'll see if tomorrow is infinitely more successful. But yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. If tomorrow's really good in terms of like the amount of people we get, then I'll do Saturday and Sunday as well. If not, then I won't worry about it. So we'll just see how that works out. But yeah, I'll at least be streaming on YouTube tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we got a premiere going, so it should just redirect you guys there automatically. But it's the VOD from my stream a few days ago where we checked out the Scream Fortress maps for the first time. So I decided to upload that to YouTube because it's the first time of me playing those maps, and I think it's pretty good to have that sort of thing on YouTube archived forever. But yeah, this has been Riders Republic. This was the surprise PC play day. I don't think we'll be able to play this again until the launch of Riders Republic. I can't wait until that happens. But yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more. If you want to be sure that you see my streams when Riders Republic comes out, regardless of whether I stream on YouTube or go back to Twitch, follow me on Twitch, just in case I decide to keep streaming on there. But yeah, I think that's all for today's stream. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some TF2. Bye.